Now on Good Morning El Paso.
My wife just tells me that CNN has called Oregon for Bernie Sanders.
And the battle wages on in the race to the White House this morning as Bernie Sanders vows to stay in the race until the last ballot is cast.
Happening today, the House is expected to vote on a scaled-back Zika bill despite a threat from the White House to veto it.
Plus, overtime pay may become reality for many workers in the U.S.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC 7's Good Morning El Paso.
Rise and shine, and very good morning to you, El Paso, Las Cruces, and Juarez. I'm Stephanie Valle.
And I'm Hillary Floren. Good morning, everyone. And good morning, Crystal. You have a lot of news for us this morning, don't you, weather-wise?
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Under that storm track weather first alert, because we are tracking today the possibility of more rain in our forecast, and it's a better chance than what we saw yesterday with the potential for thunderstorms. Let's take a look on your clouds and radar map, that more wide-scale view of the southwest. What we're dealing with here are scattered showers pretty much all throughout the southwest. Arizona, New Mexico, into West Texas. And while these showers right now are mostly in the central parts of states, meaning El Paso is dry currently, the clouds are still there, the moisture is still there, the possibility is still there for today into tonight, showers and thunderstorm development, which is why we're under that first alert. Temperatures, we're sitting at 57 El Paso and 54 Las Cruces. Much cooler than yesterday at this time, where we saw temperatures in the upper 60s, low 70s. Not today. In fact, we're going to struggle to make it past the low 70s for high temperatures. We'll talk more about that coming up in a few minutes with your planner.
All right, thanks, Crystal. And now to the race for the White House. Donald Trump making waves in an interview with Fox host Megyn Kelly. And this morning, 2 more states have now voted, and it looks like a split among the Democratic contenders. ABC's Megan Hughes has more. It's your voice, your vote.
The AP has declared Bernie Sanders the winner in Oregon. In Kentucky, Hillary Clinton is declaring victory. Sanders telling the California crowd he has a message for the Democratic Party.
It can do the right thing and open its doors and welcome into the party people who are prepared to fight for real economic and social change. We are in to the last ballot is cast.
Not the apology many in the party are looking for, after reports his supporters vandalized party headquarters and threatened party leaders in Nevada. While Sanders tangles with Democrats, Donald Trump sitting down with former nemesis, Fox News anchor Megyn Kelly. Their fight began at the first Republican debate, where Kelly asked Trump about comments he made about women. He tweeted and retweeted insults at Kelly for months, including using the word bimbo.
So when you look back on the past 9 months from that first debate to now, any regrets?
Absolutely, I have regrets. I don't think I want to discuss what the regrets are, but absolutely, I could have done certain things differently.
But Trump's comments on women linger. A super PAC supporting Hillary Clinton out with a new ad is making sure of it, making use of Trump's own words.
You see, there was blood coming out of her eyes, blood coming out of her wherever.
Trump has already attacked that ad on Twitter, criticizing former President Bill Clinton as the worst abuser of women in U.S. political history. Megan Hughes, ABC News, Washington.
And so here's a look at the delegate totals right now. Hillary Clinton has a total of 2,291 to Bernie Sanders 1,528. And that does include super delegates. There are a total of 2,383 delegates needed for the nomination, and there are still 820 yet to be awarded. As for the Republican side, Donald Trump now has a total of 1,160 delegates, and that does include the super delegates again. There is a total of 1,237 needed for the nomination. Again, still 365 here to be chosen still. Steph.
All right, thank you, Hillary. And new this morning, City Council has agreed to look into a new initiative meant to combine public art, urban design, and the revitalization of neighborhoods. This after they were presented with ideas on how to beautify our city. Good morning, El Paso's Denise Olivas is live now with this story. Denise.
Good morning. The initiative is called Sun City Lights, and it consists of art installations throughout I-10 and new marquee signs identifying the city's neighborhoods. City Manager Tommy Gonzalez told council that staff members have been working on this for the past 18 to 20 months. Now take a look. This is one example shown to council yesterday, proposed to be built along I-10 in West El Paso at the start of the city limits, almost like a welcome sign to those driving in from New Mexico. And this unique installation proposed at US 54 North at the city limits as well. City staff telling council members that this project will enhance the city's image and aesthetics. And this sign would possibly be located on South El Paso Street near the International Bridge. The project is right now still in its initial phase. And at yesterday's council meeting, representatives directed to staff to figure out how this would be funded and then report back. It was not decided when this will be discussed again, but coming up, how Tommy Gonzalez compared this to bigger cities and why he says it will work. Stephanie, back to you.
Okay, interesting, Denise. Thank you. A milestone in the fight against the Zika virus. Researchers at the University of Texas say they have successfully cloned Zika. This will allow scientists to study the virus and the damage it causes, as well as help develop a vaccine. Zika has caused panic across North and South America. The virus has been linked to a birth defect that can cause babies to be born with abnormally small heads. Some countries are advising women not to get pregnant due to the virus. And some health experts are calling on this year's Summer Olympics to be moved from Rio de Janeiro to a Zika-free site.
An important new rule will affect millions of U.S. workers. The White House says employers must pay overtime to workers making a salary less than just over $47,000 or $913 a week. The change will go into effect on December 1st of this year. Some employers criticized the move, saying it was too drastic, but the Obama administration says it's a way to restore and expand the middle class. Under the new law, 35% of salaried workers will become eligible for overtime pay. That's up from 7%. Officials say they'll update the qualifying salary figures every 3 years to keep up with factors like inflation.
And it is now 6:07. Time to talk about our weather forecast. It's weather and traffic on the 7s.
It sure is, and Crystal's standing by. You're prepared because you have a lot to talk about.
We do. We have a lot to look at. First off the bat here, things you need today. First off, we'll start with good windshield wipers. Remember that sometimes this time of year we haven't used them much so far. Maybe they've dried out and then you get a good rain and oh my goodness, you cannot see through your windshield. So make sure those are working all right, because today there is the possibility you'll run into a heavy downpour in spots. Not across the board, but some areas could have heavier rain. Also, we're looking at umbrella, something you should probably throw in the car, and maybe even a light jacket. Temperatures this morning are cooler than they have been, and this afternoon we're only talking highs in the low to mid 70s. Here is the planner for today. Chance of rain is scattered this morning, but picks up to 50% of this afternoon and evening. We'll move breezy this morning to windy this afternoon, and with any thunderstorms that do pop up, that's where you could see the heavier rain and the higher wind gusts. Your temperatures, noon 67, 74 for the high, and even that commute home at 6 p.m., low 70s. Going to feel the difference out there for today. Coming up in just under 10 minutes, we'll talk more about those chances of rain, as well as looking forward into your weekend.
Okay, thank you, Crystal. And now it's time to take a look at traffic, and we're starting over on the east side where you can see I-10 near Lee Trevino. Things are moving along pretty smoothly. Traffic over on the east side looking pretty good, just nice and steady. We do have an ABC 7 traffic alert for you. If you normally take the border highway from downtown to the Chamizal, listen up. Loop 375 will be completely closed. This is happening from Santa Fe Street to US 54 every night this weekend. Both directions of the highway will be blocked from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then Monday and Tuesday, only the eastbound lanes will be closed. Definitely want to keep that in mind, Hillary.
Big one. All right. Thanks so much, Steph. And we still have much more to come right here on Good Morning El Paso. After much waiting and debating, City Council decides whether or not to regulate Uber like a taxi service. So what's next for the ride-sharing service in El Paso? And it was the first day for new City Rep Jim Tolbert on council, what he told ABC 7 regarding the investigation into City Manager Tommy Gonzalez. This is ABC 7, where news comes first.
Yeah, a little further back. There you go.
Which urgent care do you want to try this time?
This one's only a mile away.
Ooh, and it's in network.
This is our best idea yet. Steve!
So close.
It's not always easy to control your enthusiasm, but with United Healthcare, it's easy to find quick care options and compare costs.
That's my husband.
Let me try this. Second time's the charm.
Oh, there goes mine.
United Healthcare.
Headache? Motrin helps you be an unstoppable, let's rock this kind of mom. Back pain? Motrin helps you be a side planking, even though you'll feel it later kind of woman. Body pain? Motrin helps you be an I can totally do this in one trip kind of woman. When pain tries to stop you, Motrin works fast to stop pain. Make it happen with Motrin liquid gels. Also, try Motrin PM to relieve pain and help you sleep.
ABC 7 Storm Track Weather, now first with a 7-day forecast always on your screen. Plus our new County Cast goes deeper into local weather, showing you forecasted temperatures for locations throughout El Paso and Doña Ana County. ABC 7 Storm Track Weather, now offering you more.
Anchors dressed by Ella Blue.
Sunny days, warmer weather, summer's on its way, and there's no better time to get a great car or truck from Rudolph.